Appeals court in Milan has actually acquitted Giuseppe Orsi, who was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison for charges of corruption and falsifying evidence. And it has also acquitted Bruno Spagnolini, one other higher up in Finmeccanica, the helicopter division, on charges of corruption amounting to about $672 million. But the big turnaround and the fallout would be closer home. What happens in the investigation to the bribe takers, because the bribe givers today find themselves acquitted of the prison sentence that they were handed out. The appeals court saying there is not sufficient proof. Is the investigation into the Augusta Westland chopper deal heading the same direction, even closer home in India? The CBI maintains very clearly even now that their probe, their investigation is independent of what's happening in the Italian courts and the Italian prosecution. But did they not use a lot of the information early on to peg their investigation? And if that is not sufficient in the courts in Italy, will it stand the test of legal scrutiny closer home in the Indian courts? National Affairs editor Shinjoy Chaudhary now. Shinjoy, the biggest question is, will the political hand be exposed closer home, and or will it stop to a few, select few, who are perhaps caught in the act?
Well, Anand, as far as the CBI is concerned, this is, as you rightly said, an independent inquiry, an independent investigation. And what we hear, there is a lot of evidence as far as one or two people in the Air Force are concerned. But as far as political bigwigs are concerned, they are still searching for the evidence. No one has been cleared as yet. A lot of people are being investigated, including the political powers that be at that time. But very importantly, there appears to be enough material, enough evidence against people in the Air Force. At least one or two people have enough evidence against them, according to the CBI. We will have to see how it goes, because that is really one thing. But as far as the political leaders are concerned, so far the search for evidence is still going on. The investigation is still going on. Anand?
Yes, the investigation is still going on, but Shinjoy, what happens to the investigation here in terms of it? Will it stand the test in courts? Because everybody is closely watching. There was a setback in terms of 2G. Also in the other Shreel with Ashok Chavan getting that reprieve. Will it be the helicopter deal next? And is it going to go the same way, that all the political capital that was exacted did not stand the test of scrutiny in courts?
Well, we have to see what happens. It depends on the CBI investigation. From what we had heard, there was enough evidence against lots of people. Now, whether it has reached the top leadership of the UPA is not something that we know, because we know that investigations are still going on. But there is enough evidence against people in the Air Force, and we have to say that Air Chief Marshal SP Tyagi was also in jail for a few days. Now, we will have to see in the wake of what has happened with Orsi and others, what really happens.